I'm Krystal Morris. Here's the news from the State House this week. Welcome to the first installment of our summer recipe segment. We're here at Asparagus on Broadway, just north of US 30. We're here with Tammy Pham. She's one of the co-owners here at Asparagus Restaurant. Hi. But to start, we hear from one person, a Miller resident, who dealt with his mother's passing and the difficult question of what happens now. Now here's a look at your AccuWeather forecast. Another day of below normal temperatures. Normal for this time of year, 68 degrees. We only made it up to 61 degrees, 60 degrees the reported high out at O'Hare. And the bad news is we're expecting the chilly conditions to persist with the coldest temperatures of the season yet. Well, if your full AccuWeather forecast ahead. The Dow took another huge beating today, crashing about 679 points, closing below 8,600 for the first time since 2003. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Krystal Morris. Well, while we experience one of the worst financial times in our nation's history, Hoosiers will have an entire week to get free help with their finances. Jason Calvi introduces us to Indiana's Money Smart Week. Well, while the stock market sinks again today, it's not all bad news. Gas prices are getting cheaper. In Hobart, roads are closed. Cars are submerged. Water is flowing onto streets faster than it can be pumped out. Coming and going are next to impossible.
I live about 2 miles from my office, but I have no way to get to it from my home because all the bridges over Lake George and over Deep River are closed.
You see road closures, do not attempt to go through high water. You don't know what's underneath there. We've had several roads collapse where it looks like it's just a small amount of water over it. It could be a 10-foot sinkhole.
With Lake George and Hobart unable to withstand the record rainfall, the Bricky Bowl football field is completely underwater. In Valparaiso and surrounding Porter County communities, lawns are lakes, basements are ponds. Bob Kolodzinski watched a creek flood his home within 15 minutes.
Furniture was floating, bookcases have broken apart, and even the freezer was floating.
In some areas in Maryville, it makes more sense to travel by boat than car. And residents were awakened by firefighters alerting them of voluntary evacuations.
Boats pulling up in front of my house, and they had to actually carry me into the boat. So we never had this situation before, never.
Even though the lines are long and the merchandise seems to be flying off the shelves, this is what Phantom's fireworks staff in Maryville consider a slow day.
It's a little slow this year. The economy's kind of rough in the area, and gas is expensive. A lot of people come from out of state to get here, so it's understandable.
Despite what staff considers slower sales, they're bombarded by dozens of customers all at once, ready to shell out big bucks for a big bang.
This is our second trip here. We probably spent over $1,000 this year.
And rules and regulations applying to fireworks use in Indiana are available in the store. One of the rules, you have to be 18 to buy or use them in the state. And at Phantom Fireworks, you have to sign a waiver to buy.
I know fireworks can be dangerous or whatnot, so I mean, whatever helps. Not a big deal.
But for most shoppers, the rules are the last thing on their mind.
Big round one over here, it's 16,000 little firecrackers. They all go off together. It's like 25 minutes long, just nonstop noise making, so it's fun.
What's on your mind for tonight and tomorrow?
Food and fireworks, yeah, and beer.
Sparklers. Sparklers and Roman candles.
And according to state law, you can only shoot off fireworks until 11 at night most days of the year and until midnight on designated holidays, that's including the 4th. And it's also important to mention that certain fireworks are illegal, including horse sticks and M80s, and those, of course, are not available at Phantom Fireworks.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit for weather.
I'll be here.
All right, thanks.
May I try that?
Yes, please.
Let me try. All right, the beautiful carrots here. Let me dip it in and taste it. It has lots of flavor. I can taste peanut butter in there.
Right.
It's absolutely delicious. It's delicious. It looks good. It looks good. I'm going to try the soup. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a little skeptical. I've never tried coconut soup, and I'm really not a coconut fan, so I'm going out on a limb here. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Wow, this really is good. This really is delicious. Of course, you can visit our website, lakeshoreptv.com, for this recipe and any recipe that you've seen here on our segment, Hot Summer Recipes, and click on the news link once you visit our website. Thanks for watching, and good night. 4 degrees. Well, thank you very much for joining us here on Lakeshore News Tonight. I'm Krystal Morris. This is Tommy Williams, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.
God bless.